Hey friends, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here tonight. We're cooking in the kitchen and I am making a King Ranch casserole. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere while the intro is going. How about hitting subscribe, hit that bell notification and give me a thumbs up if you're new to my channel. So stay tuned. Okay guys, so tonight we're having a little family night, getting ready for the weekend. It is Halloween weekend. At church on Sunday we will have Hallelujah night, which is like a trunk or treat. And so tonight's the night we're going to kind of do things as our family. Normally we carve pumpkins, and that's my plan for tonight, although Caroline has informed me she'd rather paint than carve them. So she says it makes a mess to carve them, so whatever. But anyway, I am making like a Tex-Mex meal tonight. Caroline is going to bring in, I think, some refried beans or guacamole. I'm not sure, one of the two. She's had a busy day today, so I am getting this ready. Let me tell you how I ever even heard of a King Ranch casserole. Years ago, my nephew, he's actually my nephew-in-law. He's married to Bryant's niece, our niece, Melissa. And he asked me about a King Ranch casserole. And I was like, well, I've never heard of one, but I'll do some research. Well, then I forgot about it. And all of a sudden, it dawned on me not long ago. So I've done a little bit of research. This is pretty, I wanted to start with this recipe. And after we try it, see what I can do to tweak it, or it may just end up being perfect. So I don't know what it's supposed to taste like. I don't know, whatever, but we're going to see. So we're going to get started on this King Ranch casserole. Okay, y'all, so let me tell you, I've done a little prep work ahead of time. What I did was I went ahead and I boiled some chicken. I've got a couple of dishes that's going to take some chicken breast over the next couple of days. So I just took one of those big containers that has like 6, 7 chicken breasts in it, and I boiled them up. I doctored up my water just a little bit since this does not have the bone and the skin. I put a little bit of chicken bouillon or chicken base, some poultry seasoning, and some salt and pepper. So that's what I did. I've gone ahead and boiled it up, and I have taken it out and shredded it. Okay, in this pan right here, as you can hopefully see, I have sauteed up 1 chopped onion and 1 chopped green pepper. Okay, so to that, I'm going to add 1 can of cream of chicken. I've been asked to show you how to make your own cream of chicken, and I will do that soon, I promise. I don't do it a lot just because I'm not opposed to the can, and so it's just easier for me. And with my lifestyle, I have to do what's easy. Okay, now a can of cream of mushroom. Here I've been asked if you don't like mushrooms, or if you don't like cream of mushroom, what can you substitute? Just substitute another cream of soup. If you like cream of celery, use that. If you like the cream of chicken, use it. Just substitute another cream of soup. Okay, so we're going to add that in here. And, whoops, I about poured it in. Actually, I poured it on the outside of the pan. We're going to add a can of rotel tomatoes and green chilies. All this is going in with the onions and peppers. And I'm just going to give it a stir. I've cut my burner off. And y'all, this pan looks like it's been through a lot, and it has today. I've been cooking a lot, and I had browned some ground beef, and I moved part of it over, but I did a big thing of ground beef. And so I just wiped it out and didn't wash it because there's no point, because I'm cooking and the stuff in there is only going to add flavor. Okay, so now to that I'm going to add my shredded chicken. I may not add all of this. It requires about 3 cups, so I have a little left over. I can do something. We can do a small bowl of chicken stew with that right there. All right. So I'm just going to mix this in. And you really don't even have to heat it at this point because you're going to stick this in the oven. But you do want to mix it well. You want to be sure it's all good and mixed up. Doesn't that look pretty? I mean, that just looks gorgeous. All right. All right, one more thing. Well, actually, there's 2 more things. I'm going to add, just because I think it needs a little salt and pepper, I'm going to add that's probably 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And a little bit of pepper. Alright, and we're going to add in, the recipe calls for oregano. I do not have oregano, so I'm just going to omit that. I'm not going to try to substitute anything. I thought about substituting Italian seasoning, but I just decided to omit it altogether. But the recipe also calls for a teaspoon of chili powder. So there's a half. And here's another half. Okay, guys, I've got my oven preheating to 350. Put the lid on that. I'm going to pack up that chicken. That's making me want a big bowl of chicken stew. At our community chicken stew the other night, and by the way, I'll tell you about that video. I told you there would be a video, but y'all, we had more people here than what I was expecting, and I was busy and I just could not film. I did go live on Facebook a couple of times, but you know, you just got to roll with the punches, and that was one of the punches that night, and it was a good punch. I couldn't have been more thrilled to have, I was just tickled pink. In fact, next year we're planning to cook more, and I'm going to go buy him a bigger pot. So, all right, let's meet over here at the island, and we will finish up this casserole. Okay, y'all, so the next thing we need to do is we need to prepare our corn tortillas. That's what it calls for. You're going to use about 12 of those. Okay, now I've already prepared 6 of them, and you can tear them. You can cut them, I guess you could layer them and leave them whole, but I just decided to stack mine up by 6, and I'm just going to cut it right down the side and right down again. To me, that was quicker than tearing them or anything like that. So, we're going to set this right here. I'm going to bring my dish over. And I'm going to spray it well. Let me back you guys up just a little bit so you can hopefully see everything. And I'm going to give this a good spray. I get asked a lot about my, I think I sprayed my best. I get asked a lot about this dish. It is a Pioneer Woman, and I believe it came from Walmart. So, yeah. So you're just going to kind of throw in these triangles, however you need to get them to fit. You're going to layer this casserole. It's a layered casserole, and you just want to make it fit the best way you can. And I'm probably going to need a spatula to, we'll see. I might can do it with that wooden. And I'm going to tear that one right there. Okay, so now we're going to go in with some of our chicken mixture, and I'm going to put a dollop in 3 places and then smear it from there. I hope I can get 3 layers of this together. And I think I am going to get a spatula. Give me just a second. Okay, I used my little soup spoon and got it mashed around. And so I'm going to take some cheddar cheese and this is sharp cheddar. You can use definitely whatever you want to use. And we're going to go with a layer of cheese. And then we're going to relayer this with some more corn tortillas. And we're just going to keep layering this until we are done. I'll bring you back once I get it all put together. Okay guys, here is our Tex-Mex King Ranch casserole. I got 3 full layers of everything on here, with the exception of the middle layer. I think I forgot to add the cheese. And so the bottom layer has cheese, second layer doesn't, top does. It doesn't matter. As long as it's in there, it doesn't matter. So it's still going to be absolutely delicious. Okay, this is going in a 350-degree oven for about 35 to 40 minutes. Especially just till it's golden and bubbly and you know everything is good and hot all the way through. Okay guys, here it is out of the oven and we're fixing to give it a good look, and we'll get PB or Brunt or whatever you want to call him.
Or Leslie.
Or Leslie to give it a try.
Because it's too hot for me.
Oh, look, I smell them corn tortillas. I smell them.
They smell good?
They smell delicious.
Do you have any bloopers on this video?
I don't think so. Well, just the kids screaming in the background. That's a blooper, but it's a sweet little blooper. Okay, I'm going to give it the first bite.
Show me the plate, Mama.
So good. So good. Now, it's hot. I mean, I'm going to blow it.
Yeah. I'm not tasting it because normally I'll burn my taste buds right here. Good. First time you've made this?
Do you remember Drew asking me about a King Ranch years ago?
Yeah.
I mean, years ago.
Our nephew Drew?
Mm-hmm.
Nephew-in-law. They don't want me on camera.
There's Levi. Say hello. What do you think?
Look at that. Look at all the goodness right there.
He's trying it.
Tomatoes.
He's careful with the steam.
Chicken. Cheese.
Y'all.
Did I get a little spice? Is there some chilies in there?
There's some chili powder.
Okay, a little spice.
Well, and the chili and the rotel.
Okay. Oh, we got rotel.
I got rotel in there.
At least they can't. They want to
Oh,
see.
I know. They want to see you
See,
taste
they
it.
want to see me. All right, here we go. Really good.
It's good.
Got
That's some good stuff.
A hint of spice. Yes, my hands are dirty. I just come in from bush hogging. I've been working on the farm. Hint of spice. It's really, really good.
It is good.
Not too cheesy,
Like
but
surprisingly good. I was like, surprisingly very good.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. This is all I can have.
Yep. For lean and green. Now you made that what size dish, Mom?
That's a 9x13, 350 for 35 to 40 minutes. I think I got it out maybe like at 36, 37. But y'all, this is so good. The family's gonna enjoy it. Caroline has got refried beans, and she went by one of our local restaurants and got some guacamole special, which is really chunky guacamole with some pico de gallo on it. This is really good. This might be a temptation tonight for me. So thank you guys for watching The Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you joined me making this King Ranch casserole. And remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Bye, y'all.